guys, it's Elena. I am coming to you today with a get to know me tag video. I've done one of these videos before. It was like 50 facts about me videos, and so I will link that somewhere here in the outer space for your viewing pleasure if you haven't already watched that video. If you have already watched this video, I've tried to make sure that this set of questions, or this particular get to know me tag, had a different set of questions than the ones I answered previously. Hopefully not too many of them overlap, and hopefully I don't contradict myself since my opinions of everything are constantly changing on the regular. So with all of that said, let's get straight to it. I don't want this video to be super long. Also, I want to point out that the questions are on my screen, which is right here, and so if I'm constantly looking over here, it's because I'm reading the question or looking at the questions to come and whatnot. But hopefully I'll stay focused on that lens and not be super annoying. If you don't already subscribe to my channel, make sure to subscribe and you'll get updates on all of my next videos, latest video, I don't know. And if you're already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. You guys are such a great community and support system for me, so thank you. So all of that said, now let's really get to it. Number one, what is your middle name? So my middle name is actually Elena. So the name that I go by on a daily basis is Elena. That's what I go by. But my first name is actually Maria. My full name is actually Maria Elena. But I haven't gone by that since I was in kindergarten, when my kindergarten teacher could not pronounce it. And then I was like embarrassed, and I was like, let's go by Elena. But yeah, like my aunt will call me Maria Elena. My dad will call me Maria Elena when he's mad at me. And you know, like that kind of stuff. But I always just go by Elena. Like that's been my life. I've gone by like cheeses. That's like really it, because I love cheese. Question number two. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is pink. Any shade, any variety, anything. Pink. Question number three. Who was your first best friend? So my first best friend in the whole world was a girl named Stephanie Nicole Seiler. She lived across the courtyard, or like, it wasn't a courtyard, it was like this big field of grass. And there's like a tree in the middle, and then like she had all the cool like plastic food and stuff, and she would bring it out to like the big field of grass in the middle, and there was this tree, and then we would like build a house underneath this tree, and that was like our house. And so Stephanie Nicole Seiler, if you're out there, I remember you. You were my first best friend in the whole wide world. And anyways, yeah, I always wonder about her, but like I have. Okay, question number four. How tall are you? I am 5'4" and a half. Question number five. Cats or dogs? Dogs. Not even a question. Frankie, my beagle, he was like my best friend in the whole world. Like, he was my everything. I miss him so much. And then we have Jet, our Jack Russell Terrier, who's a little nugget. But yeah, he's also a puppy, or he's not a puppy, he's 16. But yeah, I'm very much a dog person. Although I appreciate cats, but I am a dog person. Question number six. Funniest moment throughout school? I don't know. Like, I don't have like one moment where I remember like being like, this is hilarious. I don't really have a moment like that. Question number seven. How many countries have you visited? A lot. I've probably like 20, 30. I don't know. Like, basically every country in North America, a good chunk of Latin America, a good chunk of South America, the majority, if not all, the countries in Europe, Asia. I've traveled. I mean, I lived in Shanghai, so I got to travel a lot throughout Asia. Africa is actually, I've only been to 2 countries in Africa. I went to Morocco, and then I've been to Johannesburg and Cape Town in South Africa. But that's the only parts of Africa that I've ever been to. I really, really, really want to go to Nigeria, and my friend Busola said I could go with her next time she goes, and she's supposed to go over Christmas. So I'm probably going to go to Nigeria over Christmas, because I really want to go to Nigeria. So Busola, if you're watching this, I'm going to Nigeria with you. And I've never been to Antarctica, and I've never been to Australia, so Australia is definitely on the bucket list. And I know I have some subbies from Australia, and so I'm like It is on my bucket list. I'm gonna go. I'm doing this, and so when I do it, I'm gonna make sure to reach out to all of you guys so that we can like hang out and you guys can like show me stuff and like tell me like all the good places to eat and all the good places to shop and all the good places to eat. Number 8, are you in or have you gone to college? Yes, I graduated from college and I have a master's degree. So I'm basically done. I thought about doing a PhD just because the only thing that I've ever been really successful at is being a student. Question number 9. What was your favorite worst subject in high school? My favorite subject was history. That's so easy. History is like the best subject in the world. I love learning about World War II. I love learning about like the Renaissance era. I love learning about art in history. I love stories that have already been told, you know? Like I think they're so, I romanticize them, even though I know I shouldn't, but I do. So that's why I love history. And my least favorite subject has always been math. I'm not very good at it. I've always had a ton of tutors and I've just never really gotten the grasp of it. That said though, is that I'll go shopping and I can do the math on like a sale item, like to the cent of what it'll ring up at the register once the tax and everything is included. Like I am like crazy Rain Man status. Question number 10, what is your favorite drink? It depends. So Diet Coke, by far, I would inject an IV into my arm and drink Diet Coke like a maniac. But as my father tells me, it's like so bad for me, I'm not supposed to drink it. If I go to Starbucks, my favorite is a green tea latte. It's like I get it iced. It's my favorite. It's so delicious. It tastes like ice cream. It's probably so bad for you, but it's like a special treat, like maybe every couple weeks or something. And also I read that as a woman, if you drink 2 glasses of red wine a night, you'll lose weight. So, testing out that theory. Okay, what is your favorite animal? A dog, a beagle named Frankie. He's my favorite animal in the whole world. What is your favorite perfume? Okay, so my favorite perfume used to be J'adore by Dior. I used to love it. I like stockpiled it. I still have like 10 bottles of it, like in my pantry closet thing. And I love it. It's like, to me, it's the scent. Every time I wear it, people stop me and go, oh my god, that scent is like amazing. I'm like, I know. But unfortunately, LVMH and Dior, they test on animals. And so I have yet to find a replacement. So if any of you guys have any suggestions of a cruelty-free perfume brand, please put it below. I am desperate for some recommendations. Number 13, tea or coffee? Coffee. What would you name your children, or have you named your children? So I don't want children. Kids are not part of my life plan. So I wouldn't name my children anything. But my dog, I named my dog Frankie. Well, actually, we adopted him and his name was already Frankie. And we didn't want to give him like a complex, because how weird would that be? It's like, hey, your name was Frankie, but now it's going to be like George. And he'd be like, what? What's going on? And so like, I wouldn't want anybody to change my name. So like, we just left it at Frankie. But I will say this, I used to watch this novela called Alondra. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It was one of my favorite novelas. And the actress wore, it was supposed to be her real hair, but it was a wig. She wore this big curly red-haired wig. It was so freaking beautiful that it made me fall in love with her. So I've always loved the name Alondra. I just think it's so like romantic. Number 15, what sports do you play, have you played? I don't. Question number 16. What is your favorite book? There are so many. So many. So if you're looking for a really easy read, like that, it's like, this book is actually meant for like 6th graders, but I read it and it was up for like an award or something, and I read it, and it's called Letters from Wolfie. This book will make you cry. It is about the Vietnam War and about dogs and just, it's so good. And it's meant for 6th graders. My all-time favorite book is probably Cajas de Cartón. It is a book about immigrants and laborers out in the field, and I think it's just a very, very beautiful story. What else? What other books? I mean, Harry Potter. Duh. If y'all watched my Orlando vlog, you would have seen that I am obsessed with Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. 17. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Oh man. So I really like the Persian Babe. I don't know if I'm saying her username right. I'll link her channel below. Like, I really like her channel. She's like really adorable and like has good style and stuff like that. So I really like her channel. Basically, I like any YouTuber that has a British accent. Is that weird? Like, I know, because I don't have a British accent, so hopefully people don't feel that way about me. Or like opposite, you know? Because like I listen to them and I'm like, you're so classy. I really like Lexi from, I don't know what the name of her channel is, but I think her name is Lexi. She's also British. I follow her on Snapchat too, and she's like pretty awesome, and she has all these puppies, and that's pretty cute. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie, God. So I really love When Harry Met Sally. I think that movie to me is like what romance should be, you know, like Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. I just like love them so much. So that's probably tied for first place with like Clueless. Like, I love the movie Clueless so much. When I was in the 5th grade, I thought I was Cher from Clueless. Like, I was like so stupid. Those two are probably my favorite. It just depends on what I've watched recently and that's like fresh in my mind. Are you single or taken? I am taken. What's your idea of an ideal first date? Oh, I don't know. Something that's just like natural, you know, like something that's not forced or like awkward or uncomfortable, because that would suck. Question number 21 is, how many girlfriends, boyfriends have you had? So if you can't tell, I was really super popular in high school. Like, I've never really had a ton in common with boys, and I've always been very awkward, very awkward. But yeah, I think I've had like a total of 4 boyfriends. Most of them have been for like long periods of time. Like 11 years. It's not quantity, it's quality. I was way too pretty for boys to understand in my youth. Okay, which is my favorite memory from childhood? I don't know, I had a pretty good childhood, so I had a lot of good memories. I have one memory that I'm thinking of just like immediately, and it was when my Aunt Marcella took me to an A's game one summer. Her and her boyfriend at that time, they took me to an A's game, and he had an open top Jeep, and I had never been in an open top Jeep before, and so he took, like, it was like all open, and he drove us to like the baseball game. We got to watch the baseball game, and then he drove us back after the baseball game, and the wind was blowing in my hair, and I thought it was so cool. And then I got to my grandma's house, and because that's where like we drove to, and the kids in the neighborhood had set up a slip and slide on that giant grass field that I mentioned earlier, and like I got to ride on a slip and slide. I was like, this is like the best day ever. I went to like a baseball game, I got to be like in an open top Jeep, and I got to do a slip and slide. Like, this is the best day ever. So that's probably one of my favorite days. In high school, I got to meet the Backstreet Boys, which that's pretty awesome. Okay, question number 23. Do you speak any different languages, and how well? I do. I have a handful of languages in my repertoire. English, obvious. Fluent, native. Spanish. Hablo español. French. I can say very limited things like, bonjour, je m'appelle Anna. Ça va? I can speak very little Mandarin. Ni hao. I can understand a little bit of Portuguese if they speak very slowly, just because in some aspects it's very similar to Spanish. And I lived in Germany for a little bit when I was in high school, and so I speak a little bit of German. Like, I can say, das ist mein Freund. That is my friend. So yeah, so that's kind of like my little handful of languages that I can pull out when I need to. Not saying that I'm fluent in any of them with the exception of English and Spanish, because I'm not. 24, do you have any siblings? Nope, I'm an only child. 25, how would you describe your fashion sense? A mess? I love fashion, and I am inspired by a variety of things. I love very feminine looks. I am like I said, my favorite color is pink, and so I love something with like a soft pastel and a floral print. I love a good moto jacket. I love a fantastic shoe. I think I always dress from the bottom up, in the sense that I always pick my shoes out first. I would say right now my favorite designer is Johanna Ortiz. She's like I love the way that she incorporates really bold prints with, you know, really unique shapes and ruffles and just dimension. I love everything that she produces. I'm like obsessed with everything. If you haven't heard of her, check her out. They sell her on like Moda Operandi and Net-a-Porter and a few like designer sites. Like I wish I could buy everything in her collection. I would wear her head to toe every single day. If one, I could afford it, and two, I was, you know, 6 feet tall and 100 pounds soaking wet. But just like genuinely, her pieces are just like stellar. What is my favorite restaurant? My favorite restaurant is Cafe Mogador. There's 2 locations. One's in the East Village and one is in Williamsburg. It's like Middle Eastern, Mediterranean style food. It is so delicious. If you are going to New York, if you live in New York, if you're just hungry, go to Cafe Mogador. It is by far the best restaurant, best meal you'll ever have. Question number 27. What are some of your favorite TV shows? So my favorite TV shows, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, like those are, you know, like those types of shows I love. I love 48-hour mystery and forensic files type shows. I mean, who doesn't? Everybody loves those shows. I really love like the Mindy Project. I love the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Like we're talking about old shows. I love like Mary Tyler Moore Show, like Seinfeld, and Friends. Like those are like on repeat. My favorite show of all time is King of the Hill. It's a cartoon. It had like 12 or 13 seasons and it got canceled like a long time ago. But I just love it. I love that show so much. I can watch every episode all the time. Like I play them nonstop. It is by far probably the show I watch the most. Okay, number 28, PC or Mac? Mac. Number 29, what phone do you have? I have an iPhone 6s Plus. Something like that. It's like the big one that looks like a crazy person. Yeah, that's the one I got. Number 30, tell us one of your bad habits. Well, I bite my nails, so that's a bad habit. Like every time I look at my nails, then the lady's like, stop biting your nails. I'm like, I know. Like a nervous tick. I don't know. I also drink diet soda, which is a really bad habit. You're not supposed to do that. Diet soda is bad for you, but I love it. I love it. And I would inject Diet Coke, Coke Zero into my IVs. Into like right here. I'd be like, I don't work out. Alright, so that was the last question. Hopefully you guys enjoy these facts about me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe if you're interested in this type of content. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Love you guys so much. Bye!